Hello everybody, welcome back to the Redmen TV. I am your host, Errol. We are going to go through your player rankings. You have been here before, come on, you know. Get yourselves comfortable, pop the kettle on, whatever it takes. We're going to do them boss, sound, and are you messing? What's going on? What's good? Let's start with the goalkeeper. Let's not waste no time. Keith Kelleher. Again, it was a fine performance from Kelleher today. There wasn't a great deal for him to do. There's nothing that sticks out in the mind where I thought, ooh, or I winced at the telly or anything like that when we were doing the watch along. Thought it was a sound enough performance. There wasn't any big moments where he had to make any real big saves either. Yeah, for that reason, I'm just going to go safe and sound. Safe and sound with Kelleher. Is everybody okay? Yeah, Kelleher's just a chill guy. Baldwin said it there in the chat. Just a chill guy. Owen says he's boss. But yeah, Baldwin says just a chill guy. Jonty says Kelleher's sound. Yeah, I'm fine with that, to be honest with you, because there wasn't any particular reason today where Kelleher needed to be boss. And had there been any of those moments, I'm sure he would have knew the assignment and been all over it. But for what he had to do, given there wasn't a lot, I thought he was sound. Okay, I'm going to go left back first and we'll work our way across that way, purely because I know there's going to be conversation about Trent being man of the match. So, Tsimikas, ladies and gents, let us know in the chat what you thought of Tsimikas' performance today. Again, I thought, considering the player in front of him, especially on that left-hand side, was a young Rio. I thought he might have been exposed a little bit sometimes in that defensively from that first half, but I thought he was really good today, to be honest with you. For some of the quality, some of the corners, probably a little bit dodgy on the corners, and he's usually really good when it comes to dead ball, set-piece deliveries. Outside of that, though, I thought his all-round play, some of his balls, some of the playing in terms of playing it forward, breaking those lines with some of those key passes, I thought was pretty good. I'm going to say he put in a low boss performance. He's there for me. He's tethering. Yeah, I've got people saying, Shane Rogers saying high sound. Robin Whitby saying sound boss. I've got Ryan Higgins saying low boss. Gibbs saying did the job, nothing too immense. Yeah, obviously when you win 4-0 and you keep a clean sheet, I think that always, you've got to big the defenders up in that respect as well. You kind of got to give them credit for that. And I just thought as well, some of the ability on the ball, there was a lot of possession. I think to me in that first half, I don't think a player touched the ball as much as Tsimikas. And I do believe as a result of that, I am quite happy to say that he was in the boss category, because if you're on the ball that much, you've got that much control, you've got that much time to pick all of those passes, and the other team aren't really exposing you or getting you turning back towards your own goal, you're probably doing a lot of the right things in the right moments as well. So yeah, damn near perfect, didn't really put a foot wrong. If you're not going to get a boss performance for that, when are you going to get a boss performance as well, in my eyes, ladies and gents? Let's go over to, we'll go Quansah, because I think there's a conversation to be had about the defenders potentially being men of the match. So we'll go over to Quansah, a lad who in recent weeks has looked like he has had a real lack of confidence and belief in himself and his own ability. This time last year, his trajectory was up here. He was so confident. He had so much belief in himself. And he was just walking around like 10 foot tall because he'd started the season so well and he'd went from strength to strength. It almost felt like it's been a real reversal of fortunes this season for Jarell Quansah, and he struggled at times to really get his quality back to the level that he was last season and really reinforce himself within this squad. And he has held bench quite often, understandably why. There's been Konate, he's been phenomenal for us this season as well. Joe Gomez, when he's came in through certain injuries, he's been fantastic for us. So for such a young lad to be so heavily featured in the Liverpool squad anyway is remarkable. But today, I felt like this has probably been his best performance in a red shirt this season for me. And again, you can say, all right, he's up against League 2 opposition, but he still has to go out there and do the job. He still has to go out there and not put a foot wrong. He has to go out there and command and be dominant. And in the end, that back line, is it only Tsimikas that ends up as being like that senior one? I know Bradley's in there as well, but Bradley's young, McConnell's young, Quansah's young. So he does the whole 90. I thought he was very good, passing forward, low boss, happy sound. I want to give this guy a little bit of confidence as well. I think there is cause to say that he was. That was a boss performance from Quansah, in the sense that it's been a year in the making, really, because his form probably dips off towards the back end of the season ever so slightly. He almost feels as if he's going to be that go-to. Well, to be fair, actually, his form towards the back end of the season is probably the best it had been for a while, and then it dips at the start of the season for us. So yeah, love Quansah doing the Matip impressions, John. I love that comment. Yeah, because there was a couple of moments like that, and he picked those moments really well because he's seen that there was the areas and the space to expose and run into, and he was quite comfortable doing that and comfortable on the ball. So that was really good to see. So yeah, low boss in on and around. He's flirting on that line, and people are saying higher. Move him up higher again. Is he there with Tsimikas? Is he? We're getting there. I think we're lining up where it needs to be. Yeah, Lucas says good passing movements going forward. Quansah has to circumnavigate Konate. Remember, he will be fine. Yes. Higher than Quansah, just all right. Let's marry them up and just say boom. Both of those two, fantastic. We're happy with them. They're both closer to Boston than they were sound. Everybody happy? I'm happy. Are you happy? Let's move on. Right. I will go. Endo, the centre-half partner. I thought he was brilliant. I'm not even going to make any bones about it. For me, Endo is right up there as boss today. He bossed it. He was the chief master don back there, just doing bits for Liverpool Football Club today. And again, if you would have told me mid-October into November that Endo's best performances for Liverpool Football Club this season would come as a centre-half, I probably would not have believed you. I'd have probably doubted you. I'd have been like, yo, what are you smoking sometimes? Like, but when you deep it now, you look at it, you actually look back and see where he's played the majority of his games in his career. He has spent a lot of time playing as a centre-half, and he doesn't look like a fish out of water. He looks very comfortable there. The one thing that I worry about in terms of Premiership level and being ready is maybe the pace. Will the pace of the Premier League catch him out in that position? But in a game like this today, where he was able to read, scan, and anticipate so much going into those key areas where he has to battle and get on the ball, he was more than capable of being able to do that. And I just thought he possessed his own calming aura to an extent. I think that the people in the watch-along sensed it. I definitely sensed it. The crowd didn't never seem too edgy. He keeps it safe. He ticks it over from that back line as well. I thought he was a rock in the heart of our defence there. And Lucas, he says it, rock of our defence today, calm and composed. Yeah. Zane says he brings a calmness to the back. Man of the match and a leader for me. Endo, my man of the match. Mr. Reliable, solid as a rock. Yeah. Our samurai captain he is. He's a real warrior though, is Endo. And I rate it. I rate his thing, and I genuinely thought you'd probably see a little bit more of him in midfield. He might be there to give Gravenberch a little bit of respite here and there throughout certain games where Slot just thinks, yeah, we'll have enough. Don't necessarily need a bit more of a progressive six. We've got someone that can kind of be a little bit more of a destroyer as well, and I can utilise that, but he doesn't want that. But the fact that he can go in and not have to be so much of a wrecking ball from a defensive standpoint and being in that back line, I thought that was fantastic today. The ITV's man of the match, Trent Alexander Arnold, worldy finish, our kid. Unbelievable, brilliant. That finish, so just that killed the tie. It was done. At 1-0, you could argue it was done. You know what I mean? But you're never 100% sure. That finish, top bins, off the post, exceptional. It was absolutely exceptional. It was an exquisite finish. And yeah, again, the quality, the outstandingness. You was the captain today, bro. You had to go out there and lead by example. You've got the keys to the city, kid. This is your club. You are the heir to the throne. Make no mistake about it. And I'm not ready for this to be over. I'll be honest. So do whatever it takes. Fix up. Tell Jude, yo, babe, just chill. Wait for me another day. I've got unfinished business here at Liverpool Football Club because I am not ready to let you go, Trent. I don't think Liverpool fans on the whole are ready to let you go. When you possess that much quality and you are world class, there isn't another right back in the world that can do what you do. You are one of one. it just goes without saying, we need you in and amongst this squad for years to come. And today, performances like this again, you can all say, yeah, you're playing League Two, Accrington Stanley, they're 18th in their league, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. This guy will be quality against any team. On his day, he is absolutely indispensable for Liverpool Football Club. So, solid performance, a captain's performance, real passionate performance as well. He walks off the pitch to a standing ovation. He celebrates his goal, arm wide open with a big smile on his face. That's Trent at his best, and that is the Trent that I want to see more of between now and the end of the season. So please, fella, whatever you've got to do, stick about, because the future is bright with you. Yeah, just know. Okay, I'm a cement him up here. Slightly above Endo. Maybe. All right, cool. Yeah, Lynn says, Accrington Stanley, who are they? The last of the day, that right? Moving into midfield. Tyler Morton, I'm going to just go sound for Tyler. I don't it was sound, it was fine. People are saying Trent Endo swapped them round, neck and neck. We'll get to that towards the end. We'll figure that one out as well. I just thought Tyler Morton was sound. There wasn't anything in Morton's game today where I thought that really stood out to me or it really excelled. Maybe it was a little bit more of a metronome role and just kept things ticking over. But yeah, I just thought he was fine. And if I say fine, then it's got to translate as sound ultimately. I don't think he was bad. I don't think he was brilliant. I just thought he was in that sweet spot for us, really. And again, in a team that wins 4-0, you could turn around and you could be justified in saying everybody was boss. But I've got to try and have some level of gradient to all of this. And for that reason, I think Tyler Morton does just get a sound. I thought Szoboszlai was more than just sound, though, if I'm being honest with you. And it was good to have him back. He's had an up and down season, as Dominic Szoboszlai, and he's not had it all his own way. And at times, footballers have got to go through those difficult patches to kind of come out the other end and be better off for it. And I think Liverpool went through a little bit of the last week have been through a bit of a difficult patch as a result of his absence. So now hopefully him starting to produce some of his better football of the season, combined with Liverpool now getting to the point where we need him back into the team, that kind of just gels and works really well for us. He was a little bit quiet in patches, but I thought he had some nice moments. His pass over to Nunez, who we'll come on to in a minute, to set up the Jota goal, I thought that was great from the counter-attack, and that's what we really expect from him. He plays in a slightly deeper role as well, because obviously Jota's occupying that 10 space, but overall, his overall game for me was sound today. Mr. Majango says he looked really good, immediately showed us what we've been missing. His pace in the press is a game changer. Yeah, Craig Flynn says he was a high sound. Looked up for it and carried the ball well, says Dadpool. High sound, I love his link-up play and was defo improved. High sound, low boss. Aye. Right, all right then. Sound. High sound, low boss. There. Are we happy? I'm happy. Are you happy? Sound. Let's keep it moving. Diogo Jota, ladies and gentlemen, pops up with the opening goal, jolly on the spot. You know what he does. You put it on a plate for him, he's going to finish his dinner. That's just what this kid is about. He lives that life. He is about that life. And I love Diogo Jota in the red shirt, especially when he's fit. A fit and firing Jota, there are not many better nines in the league. You can probably have conversations about your Isaks and your Haalands, but he's in the conversation when he's fully fit, because his numbers, his numbers don't lie, and the quality of the finish, he's got every finish in his bag as well. I've got people screaming boss from the jump. Boss. Slaughter the Jota the slaughter, boss today. Solidly boss. He's a reliable poacher. Baldwin boss, but slightly lower than Trent. All right, say less. How about that? Like, boom. I don't know what we're doing with Trent and Endo yet. Like, they're still having a little back and forth. But, hey, make no mistake about it. Jota's boss. I'm happy. You're happy. Let's keep moving. Harvey Elliott. I said on the Fan Interactive that I was probably slightly underwhelmed with this performance. I thought, again, it was fine across the board. But I've been used to seeing, especially against that level of opposition in ties like this, years gone by, I've been used to seeing Elliott with a little bit more confidence and swagger. I think, swagger. I think he was probably a little bit devoid swagger. And maybe that is because there's been a lack of minutes. There's a lack of game time, maybe because at the moment there's conversations and mumblings in the background, and he may be starting to feel the effects of, distractions in your January window, where he probably thought that this was really a season where he was going to really be his breakout season under a new manager. He was going to be able to show what he's capable of, and it ultimately hasn't really gone that way for Harvey Elliott at this particular moment in time. He looks kind of vexed at me there. I don't think he's liking the feedback, but on the whole, he is like a little terrier. He does have that energy and that work rate and that bite in his game. I think he was sound. He hasn't played a lot of games. He hasn't had a lot of minutes. There was a few chances. Again, I'm not convinced he's a right winger. Again, I know we had to almost shoehorn him on that right-hand side and Jota plays in that 10, but I would have liked to have seen him in the hole, just between the lines, just to see him pick up the ball, be a little bit more creative, drop the shoulder, get on the half-turn and play a few passes and link it up a little bit more. It felt like he had to try and force it a little bit on that right-hand side, and when he lacks that pace to be lethal over there, it is very difficult. I think he's better from midfield. We improve a little bit in that second half when he goes into midfield. I think he can sit around that point. I would have wanted him firmly in boss today. By the way, I would have wanted to be able to come on here and wax lyrical about Harvey running it and pulling all the strings. He didn't have that level of impact for me, and if you think he did, fine, but I just don't think really we've seen better Harvey Elliott performances, and I don't think I'm wrong in saying that, I'll be honest. Out of position, hasn't played much. Slotter's doing to Elliott what Klopp did to Gakpo a little, maybe horses for courses. He talked about being the 10, and then obviously he doesn't get the opportunity to be the 10. It was a mid-sound performance, Lucas. I'd put him as sound, Oh. The magnets are magneting. I don't know. I think that's a little bit harsh. I think I was expecting him to be boss, so that's why I put him just there, tethering him between the two. He still looked really pissed off at me, though. Anyway, right, on to the next. Where do we go? Yeah, where do we go? Because I'm not going to do them all. Let me just... Let's just start getting these lads in and around it. Boom, boom, boom. Because I probably won't do them all, but it's just good to have them there. Rio! Hey! Little ray of sunshine on a winter's day over in Liverpool, I felt like I was in Rio watching my man. I felt like I was just on the beach doing a little bit of samba, a few keepy-ups there, a few baddies over on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this guy here, he has got techers. Make no mistake about it. This kid has got baller written all over him. It's in his genes, bro. 16, baby face. Baby face. You know what I'm saying? As his mum and dad take a bow. Congratulations, you have produced a proper footballing specimen, because not all 16-year-olds can do what he did, by the way. The bright lights of Anfield, the world's biggest stage, football's oldest tournament in the FA Cup, and you're balling out at 16, just doing up a madness on that left-hand side. Yo, a lot has to be said about this kid's future, because it was very exciting. Everybody in the chat is saying, boom, big up, because they're excited to see him. Yeah, big up to the Katy Perry. Yo, that's a great comment. Katy Perry era of player there. Oh, we love to see that. But yeah, fantastic. I mean, he's 16, Liverpool's second youngest ever player to touch the pitch, and he did it with such confidence. I won't say there was maturity in his game, because there wasn't any. It was just raw, off the cuff. He's not a system player. He's almost an old school throwback Maverick-esque player that we're used to seeing. Maybe as close as 10 years. When he was born, that's when them... You know what I mean? So he was born not even able to see that he was the type of player that was killing it and ripping it up in the Prem them times. But it's just in him. He's in him to be that. And the one thing that I will say from the outset is, because that's in him, I hope it doesn't get coached out of him. We are at a point in football now where everything's become so systematic in the way that players are drilled and coached to have to do everything for the benefits of the system, and there is a time and a place, and it does serve a purpose, and I understand it. But when you have so few players now that have that rare quality that can just excel at being themselves, and what they have is, it's like the Trent situation. You don't shoehorn Trent to just be a conventional right back, because he is more than. So you have to make those concessions in order to get the best out of that ability. We have to do the same for him and nurture that in the right way. And that's all I will say. He is very raw, and there will be mistakes, and it won't always be perfect, but I want him to be playing at 24, 25 with that same grace, that same confidence, that same glide over the pitch, because if he does that and refines what we need him to do within a system, then boy, yo, young doggy, yo, right up there, son. Wait, I said son as if he could be old enough to be my son, and I'm trying to work out if that is actually true. It's scary. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Okay, I think I'm done. No, I haven't. Darwin, imagine. James Hansen says, if anyone says that you're messing. Hey, nah, he's not only you're messing, no. Let's face it, you know what I mean? If we're out here doing everybody else a service, and Liverpool have won 4-0, and this guy's chipped in, he's got an assist, he's contributed again. My guy's goals and assists numbers in a Liverpool shirt are not that bad either. They are actually more towards the impressive side of things, so make no mistake about that. In all fairness, I am happy with Darwin Nunez today. I thought Darwin Nunez, this is just me reshuffling the deck, by the way, don't make anything of this. But I think Darwin Nunez, again, he's up there with Szoboszlai in terms of his performance. Thought it was an important performance. There was a lot of link-up play there between them. Thought he was very good on the whole. I've got to be happy with it. He created chances. It suited him more being someone that we was able to use, and that link-up play between him and Jota. Thought his passing was a lot better today. Again, his desire to get on the ball, get on the end of things. There was things that I was kind of getting given up. The Chiesa chance as well, where it hits the post and everybody's just ball watching. He's the one there keeping the attacks alive. I thought he was sound. A little bit wasteful with the finishing, but that's down. We're getting used to it. But I think he is a net positive to Liverpool Football Club still. Until he becomes a net drain and a net negative, I am always going to go to war for Darwin Nunez and support this lad. And I think you guys should do the same, because he offers and brings more. Our win ratio with Darwin this season has been far more impressive with him than he is without him. And I'm saying that without even looking at the stats. So you guys go and be statmen, look it up in the chat, look it up online, and come back and try and tell me that I'm wrong. I will read the comments later. But make no mistake about it, with him in the team, we win more games. Factual. Right. Just special mentions. These lads, I'm just going to throw into sound in various places. I like him a lot. I think he is boss, and I think today he probably sits there if I had to. But these lads here, oi, this kid is just boss. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's got it. He has got it. Yeah. Oh, it is. He's just got it. He's a boss player. All the youngsters are boss players, to be honest with you. And then Chiesa, again, everyone's telling me. Yeah, everyone says that Danns is like a fowler in the making, and crazy. You've got to be happy with the lads there. You've got to be happy with Chiesa. Finally starting to make good of that £10 million that Liverpool paid for them in the summer. Guys in the chat, you've been fantastic. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for keeping it coming through. It is boss to see another Scouser in the team. It is boss to make our way through into that fourth round of the FA Cup. We need to do man of the match, and it is somewhere. Have I got it? Have I got a man of the match? Oh, the man of the match has gone walkies. And it's probably the one thing I probably should have grabbed before. But we know that the man of the match, for me, let us know who your man of the match was, because I am going to give it to Endo. I'll be honest. Endo was my man of the match, and I know you say 4-0, defence didn't really have to do anything, but I thought the way Endo marshalled that back line today, the way that he did it, I thought he was brilliant. Thank you guys in the chat. It is to your left, to your left. Yes. I've been looking around, I'm doing all this, and it's just there. Open your eyes, lad. Someone said I was blind before, and you know what? You've just proved your point. Boom. Man of the match for me is Endo. Any more for any more? Simicastle's boss, Endo. Let's have a little look. Right, let's get some of these chats in dead quick, guys. This is your show as well. Chiesa showed that he's got goals and he's needed. Boom, I agree. Endo, man of the match. Endo. Andrew says, Specsavers for you, Errol. Yo, these are some nice glasses, bro. But yeah, probably. I don't. Stans will stay long term for us, but I do like him. No. I think we need to keep him. Chiesa's old school today. Yeah, Endo. I think there's a general consensus in the chat. I'm seeing a lot more Endo than I am Trent. Endo deserves it. Fair play to him. He's done his job. Liverpool are into the fourth round of the FA Cup. Big up Accrington Stanley as well. Thank you for being good sports. Thank you for being competitive and keeping it professional on the pitch. I have been your host, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Redmen TV, and we will catch you again at the start of next week for some final words.